Hello, I am Victoria Seed and I am coming to you from the Vesta Approach in Manchester, UK for this 10 at 11 session. So for those of you that don't know, I do a session usually every week for around 10 minutes on a topic related to addiction and family recovery. The Vesta Approach helps women, children, and families who are affected by a loved one's addiction to reduce stress, to live a better life. And I offer various programs, one-to-one group work programs. And I'm just about actually to develop some workbooks that you can download yourselves. So look out for that. Now, if you want a freebie with my top 10 tips, just head over to vestaapproach.co.uk/freebie, because on there, you're going to get tips like this on a PDF straight into your inbox that you can keep referring back to, with a handy checklist to check off any strategies that you might have tried. And also a really, really brilliant list of useful organizations and services, because I know not everybody can pay for services. I am a private service, but there are lots of paid, free, and other services on there. So please, please, please head over and grab that if you haven't got it already. So let's get back to what we're talking about. So going back to basics with self-care. This is a pre-recorded session this week, and I kind of wanted to focus on this. At the time of recording, it's International Women's Day. I myself am a professional woman. I am a business owner. I am also have lots of different work streams. I'm a mom. I have 2 young children, and I don't really have any family support. So during the day, I'm working. In the evening, I'm working on my business. And it's really, really easy for me to put myself last, not even consider myself, as I'm sure it is for many, many other women and probably some men if you are watching. So I wanted to focus on this today. Now, when I work with my clients, this is such a big part of our work, like the wellness aspect, the self-care aspect, and we overcomplicate it because we try and do too many things at once. So even though I'm giving you a list of 6 things, what I would really like you to do, and this is something I'm working on at the moment, is just pick 1 or 2 and work on those for a few weeks. Build it into your life. So at the start of a new year, I had about 10 things that I wanted to do, but I knew that if I made a big announcement about it and started putting myself under pressure, it would be too much, because I personally find January really difficult. So instead, I just took a couple of things, and it ended up being more actually, but I just kind of tried to bring these things into my daily life. And now I'm getting better and better at it. Now, bear in mind, I help other people with this all the time, but it's really, really hard to stay consistent. So here are my tips. Number 1, sleep. This is tough. These tips apply to everybody, but particularly if you are living with somebody else's alcohol or drug use, whether they're in your home or whether you're just constantly worried about it, really can affect your sleep, either through anxiety or worry or stress. But if you can pick this, because this will make a whole load of difference to you, just try and get some sleep. And the way I do it, I try and get 7.5 to 8 hours sleep a night. And I just count back from when I have to get up. Ideally, we want to be getting up at the same time every day and going to sleep the same time every day. I don't do that because at the weekends, I want a little bit more time with my family and with myself sometimes, but don't give yourself really rigid rules, because I used to be a real rule follower. I'm a recovering perfectionist. So what you want to be doing is just count back from when you have to get up. If you have to get up, you might not. And make sure that an hour before bedtime, you're switching off your devices, You're, ideally away from the television. And I got into reading in the new year. Again, I've stepped out of that a little bit, but I want to get back into it. But it really helped my sleep because I wasn't in front of screens, and I'm always in front of screens for most of the day. So it's very good for me. So focus on your sleep. Number 2, water. Cannot stress this enough. I drink 4 pints a day. I don't, because it's around 2 litres, right? So I don't bother really with the bottles because I find them too overwhelming. I tend to leave it. But if I have a glass in front of me, I will drink it in between meetings, sessions, whatever I'm doing. So I tend to have one when I get up. I walk my dog, so I'll have that when I get up. And then around the times that I have meal times, then I'll have another. And it's really easy. And it makes such a difference. I can tell that it's moisturizing my brain. So I just function so much better. And that even if you just chose those 2 things to focus on in the next few weeks, I can guarantee you it will make a difference. If you struggle with any of these things, really struggle, it's probably worth going to your GP. But try them yourself, because when we're stressed, when we're worried, when we are, feeling low, there are certain things that we can try ourselves, but it's got to be consistent. Number 3, healthy eating. After Christmas, I always have to go back to this. So I try and meal plan and cook from scratch most of the time. It helps with diet and budgeting. So rather than it being a horror, I think this is how I've got around things. Rather than things being a horrible task, I make it nice. So on a Saturday morning or a Thursday night or whatever, I get a cup of tea and I'll sit with my notebook, my planning book, and I'll think, what do we want? And I'll just remember what we've had before that's easy, because we've also made the mistake of getting like 50 cookery books out that you need all these complex ingredients for. And then actually, it's too hard and they take too long. We haven't got loads of time to cook in the week. So don't pick complicated meals. You can eat healthy meals like jacket potatoes, pasta with homemade tomato sauce, salads, omelets, stuff like that. And, a few nights a week, get some stuff out of the freezer or whatever. Use your slow cooker. We use ours once a week at least. All that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to be complicated. And when we're stressed and worried, it becomes a massive issue. And it doesn't need to be. So get a cup of tea and just plan it all out. So plan your meals, write it out. I just do tea, and then we just have standard stuff for lunch and cereal for breakfast and stuff. So it's just one meal a day that you're planning. And it's good. Okay. Number 4, exercise. This is hard to stay on top of, isn't it? The thing that I like doing the most is walking my dog. And I know that in terms of fat burning, that's my priority at the moment. That is the best thing for me. And what that brings to me is a number of things, because I get up at 6:30, I go and walk my dog outside, not being that nice in the storms and stuff. But he gets benefit from it. My dog, Stan, I like it. It's good for my mental health. It sets up my day. I like listening to podcasts some days. Other days I just don't listen to anything and clear my mind. And other days I plan my day out. So it depends on my mood. And I find that I can really get in tune with what I need and what I need to think about on my walk. So I do about 2 and a bit miles in the morning, and that really helps. At the moment, I'm doing an exercise program where I'm bringing in weight training as well, because it's nearly summer. But I'm struggling to fit that in, if I'm honest. And, so what I do, I'm just doing what I can, because something's better than nothing. And again, that's a change in my mindset, because before I'd have been like, I've got to stick to the program, because I was a perfectionist. But actually now I'm just like, well, just do what you can, because it's better than nothing, right? And the start of the week's a really busy time for me. So, just do what you can. Number 5, time for you. So book something in every week for you. Make it a consistent thing if you can. It might be a phone call, coffee with a friend, a class, dinner, meditation, anything that you can manage. Now, the thing that not to do, which I do, is try and book everything into your day. So if I'm starting my day at 6:30 walking my dog, I can't, with work, with my business, with my family, I'm working every evening. I can't fit meditation, a workout, journaling, all that stuff in. And if I get up before 6:30, I am no good to anyone because I've got to work into the evening. So know what's going to fit into your routine. Don't try and do everything or change it up. So maybe 1 or 2 days you're doing one thing and another day you're doing something else. Do you know what I mean? I am not a 5 a.m. getting up person. And if you're living with somebody else's substance use, you're going to need your sleep because you can't pour from an empty cup. So you cannot fit everything into your day. Number 6, finally, this is disconnect. So the point before was all around connecting with yourself and others. And there's a book called Chasing the Screen by Johann Hari. He also did a TED talk, so check that out. And what he says is that the opposite of addiction is connection. And that was kind of focused on the person that's using the substance. But I believe that's with affected family members as well. So what I would do is connect with others. But for this one, with the disconnect, I'm talking about disconnecting as well, because both those things are important for me. So, for example, on a Sunday and in the evening, I turn all the social media apps off on my phone and I use an app called Off Time. And it means all day Sunday and in the evenings after 9:30 till I think it's 6:30 and it's 7:30 in the morning, something like that. I won't have any social media on. You've got to condition yourself not to just turn it off when you're trying to get on there. But in my head now, I've got into a mindset that when that comes on, that's it. There's no more work and there's no more social media. 90% of us are 100% contactable 100% of the time. So why are we like that? Is not healthy. So the best thing to do is have some disconnection time, even if not necessarily just to be on your own, although that is good, but to be with your children or your loved ones or yourself or your family. So that's what I recommend. So these are the things that work for me. Do I manage them all the time? All of them all the time? No, it's a constant work in progress. But what I am doing at the moment, I'm drinking my water, I'm getting my sleep. I am working on my healthy eating because last week I went off plan, but that's okay. My exercise, again, I'm working on my time to myself. I had some time with my friends last week, which was great. And that's the area that I really need to work on. And then the disconnection, I do that. So please just pick out a couple for now to work on, to really focus on. Even one is enough. And then, just let me know how you get on, like whether you're living with somebody else's addiction or not, whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you identify as somebody else. That's absolutely fine. I'd love to know how you get on with this. And maybe we can set up a little group or something, accountability group. So don't forget, you can head over and get my freebie right into your inbox. I've written this for you, not for me, at vestaapproach.co.uk/freebie. And I'm going now. So I will see you next week. Bye.